Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Raya, and today we'll be talking about how to love yourself based on the 5 love languages. If you don't know what the love languages are, I've talked about them before because truly they saved my relationship with my partner. I honestly don't know if we would be together now if we hadn't learned about this early on in our relationship. Basically, it's 5 different ways to express and or receive love, and they're from Gary Chapman's book, The 5 Love Languages. So the 5 love languages are gift giving, words of affirmation, quality time, physical touch, and acts of service. So this is super important to learn for the romantic relationships in your life and also just any relationship, family, friends, just to learn how the people in your life want to feel loved, what makes them feel loved. So is it telling them that you love them, giving them compliments, is it buying them things, whatever it is, just learning that is super important because you might be giving them something and they're expecting something else and you're just missing each other and both people are feeling unloved, but both people maybe are feeling like they're pouring out love but not receiving it, and this can be a huge breakdown in so many relationships. So it is very, very important. But something that we don't hear about often is how can we use love languages to love ourselves better? And this is totally inspired by Jen Im's video. I've been talking about the love languages for years, but I've just never even considered turning them on myself and showing myself love through these specific love languages. So I have a whole day planned filled with activities to give myself love and attention and care based on the 5 love languages, and I really hope that this inspires you. If any of you do these as well, please let me know. There's so many different ways that you can show yourself love throughout the love languages as well. So if you have any more ideas, drop them in the comments down below and let's get started. Also, this video is sponsored by Later, which you will hear more about in a bit. Alright, first up we've got gifts, and this is actually probably lowest on my list. Actually, same with Louis, so we barely give each other gifts, not even on birthdays. But yeah, I wanted to get myself something, and this is also hard because I'm in the process of like clearing all my stuff out because I'm getting ready to move. So I can't really, and I don't really need anything, but I was thinking flowers is always a great thing to get to yourself and to anyone else, but flowers just make me so happy when I have like a beautiful bouquet on my desk. It's just the greatest thing to look up from my computer and see that. So I'm gonna go get myself flowers. I don't even remember the last time I bought myself flowers, like months and months ago, so yeah. And again, this is a reminder to any of you out there, go out, buy yourself flowers. You don't need to wait for someone to buy you flowers. You can get them for yourself, and they're actually even more special because then you get to pick whichever ones are your favorites. All right, let's see what I can find. Found a bouquet, and it was actually on sale because I guess some of the flowers are getting a little bit old, but they look so beautiful, and they said they were gonna throw it away if it doesn't get sold, so I bought it, and I think it's gonna still look great for days. I mean, and these are my favorite type of bouquets, where it's like a mix of a bunch of flowers, almost like you pick them while you were just walking around in a field full of flowers. So, got myself a little vase. Yay! Now I'm gonna put it on my desk. Something that I've wanted to do for years is to learn how to watercolor paint. So for Christmas, I got myself a few things, and I'm so excited to try painting for the first time. I don't think I've ever painted with watercolor, or at least not since I was a kid. So these are the things I got. I got 2 watercolor books. I got some watercolor paint, and this book looks really cool. It's called Everyday Watercolor, Learn to Paint Watercolor in 30 Days. And so every day you have like different things that you focus on. So like day 3, straight lines and triangles, and it gets you to play around with different colors and stuff, and I'm so excited. Day 5, compound strokes, form, perspective, and light. Learning how to do trees. I just think watercolor paintings are so beautiful. Oh my gosh, like look at that. So I would love to learn how to do this, and yeah, this is one of those things. Oh my god, okay, I'm gonna stop, but just look at that. This is one of those things that I've just literally for years been thinking about wanting to do. So today, finally, I'm gonna sit down and paint. Next up, we've got quality time, and this is actually my #1 love language, so it is the one most important to me, but it's crazy when I think about how little quality time I really spent with myself. I spend a lot of time alone, but all that time is spent working or listening to audiobooks or podcasts or always consuming something or working, but just really taking the time to be alone with my thoughts is super rare for me. So I'm really excited to do this. But first, the thing is I do always have work to do, and that's why it's so hard for me to take time off. So I'm learning ways to be smarter with how I work and spend less time doing work, and being able to schedule it or just do it in a way that makes more sense and frees up more time in my schedule. So that is why I am partnering with Later for this video to tell you about their incredible service. So Later is the #1 marketing platform for Instagram, and I use it to plan my feed and auto schedule my posts. So I'm about to do that now, and then once that's done, I can close the computer and go for a walk and relax knowing that my work is done. So what you can do on Later is get your post ready with the caption, hashtags, everything, and they have incredible analytics, by the way, so you can really see, first of all, what time of day your audience is most active, so when you should be posting, and also what hashtags are most useful for your content, what's worked really well. And this is super, super helpful for me because I saw that my audience is most active super early in the morning for me. I'm in LA, so a lot of my audience is in Europe, so by the time I wake up, they've already been active for a few hours. So I actually schedule my posts for 6 a.m. my time. So the fact that I don't have to wake up at 6 a.m. to post on Instagram is just amazing. So let me show you how I plan my feed. First, I go to the media library and I upload some of my photos. So you can just drag and drop straight in. So now when I go into calendar and I go into preview, then this is my current feed right now to the right, and then to the left are some of the photos that I've uploaded. So now I just drag and drop and place photos and see how they look together. This is super important because when someone comes to your page, your feed is like the first thing they see. So if it looks really messy and crowded and it just doesn't flow well together, then it's less likely that they would follow you or subscribe to you. So yeah, and then you can move them around as well. And then once you've organized, let's say these are the next 3 posts I want to post this week, press Save Changes. And I've actually already set up a posting schedule. So I've said Tuesday and Thursday at 8 a.m. and then Saturday at noon because it's the weekends, people are up a little bit later. So because I've dragged these in and I organized them, they're automatically now scheduled for that time. So I just have to add the caption and it's ready to go. It is so easy. So now if I go into my week, then you can see that the posts are there, ready to go. And then I click it. I can add my caption here and get it ready to post. So yeah, I'm gonna spend probably like 10 or 15 more minutes just getting these captions ready, and then that's my week of Instagram posts done, which is amazing. And don't forget to check out the link and the code in the description down below for 1 free month of Later's growth plan. So yeah, let me do this and then let's get back to spending quality time with myself. I'm so excited. I've wanted to do this for years. Day 1. My 30 days learning to watercolor. For acts of service, I thought I would choose 3 things that have been on my to-do list for weeks or even months, and finally put aside time to do them. I've had a pile of clothes that I've wanted to sell for so long, and I finally started organizing and taking photos of them. Speaking of photos, I have over 11,000 on my phone, and I've been meaning to clean through them and delete as many as possible. It's gonna take a while to get through them all, but it felt good to start. And last but not least, there's one thing that I just can't stop buying and I have way too much of and I really need to clean through, and that is journals. I have so many journals and notebooks, and this is not even half of them probably. And some of them I've started, some of them I've never started, some of them are half done, and I just need to go through them and clean them out and figure out which ones I really want, which ones I want to give to friends, or some of them that are halfway or more than that filled, maybe it's time to let them go. I just need to clean these out. So that's what I'm doing right now. So the next love language is words of affirmation, and this is another really important one for me. This is my second most important one. So yeah, and this is again one of those things that I give to so many all the time, but I very rarely give it to myself. And I think a lot of you might be able to relate that the voice inside our head is often super negative and critical, and in some ways that's good, that you know, I'm happy that I push myself to be better and that I guess, I don't know, like inspire myself to continue to grow. However, I think it's super important to balance it out with just, you know, congratulating yourself, being proud of yourself, loving yourself. So yeah, that's definitely been a huge part of my journey the last few years, is learning that balance, and it's gotten so much better since I've been doing all this work. So I'm super, super grateful and proud of myself for all the work that I have been doing. However, I definitely still have moments where I get low and I find myself thinking things about myself that I know I would never think about anyone else and would never say to anyone else, so why am I doing it to myself? So anyway, I'm about to write a love letter to myself on my laptop, and then I'm gonna record it like a voice note, because just for those moments when I find myself thinking the negative things, maybe I can just put my headphones in and listen to this and just listen to some of the reasons why I am super proud of myself. Hopefully it can help like uplift me in those moments. So anyway, gonna do that now, and then maybe I'll share some of what I write with you guys. Dear Raya, thank you. I love you. I'm so proud of you for making all of your dreams come true. Thank you. I'm so proud of you. I love you.
And lastly, for physical touch, one of my housemates, Janelle, is actually a massage therapist. Although I've lived with her for months, I hadn't booked a session with her until today. It was even better than I'd imagined, and I will definitely be booking another one soon. I don't know why I was holding off on treating myself and booking a session with her all of this time. This is a beautiful reminder to allow ourselves to indulge in self-care when we want it, for no reason other than that.
I'm feeling so full after today. Wow, it's crazy what a difference just one day of like quieting out the outside world and spending time with yourself and showing love to yourself, like just how much of a difference it makes. So I really hope that this can inspire some of you guys to do the same. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day, so even if you have a partner, it doesn't matter if you do or don't, like it's so important to make time to do things like this. So whether you do it tomorrow on Valentine's Day or any other time, or if you watch this and tomorrow's not Valentine's Day, then you know, whenever feels right to you, but please take this as a sign to make time for yourself and to show yourself some self-care and self-love. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Thank you to Later for sponsoring this video, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Mwah. Bye!